Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here in the Fuzzy Biker Garage. Today we're going to do part 2 of the video on the YSS Top Line shocks that I installed on this beautiful Royal Enfield 650 Super Meteor. I got these at Baxter Cycle. They had these, they worked with YSS to have these custom made for these bikes. They are made, they're exactly the same length as the original shocks. And I put these on myself in about, I suppose it took 15 or 20 minutes. Anyway, I just took the old ones out, literally just unbolted them, took the old ones out, put these in, bolted them back in. That was all there was to doing that. Then the adjustment was the hard part, or the more complicated part, I guess. The shocks were ordered with my weight, about 220 pounds, so that wasn't a problem. That was for preload. And then the compression, we've been working with adjusting that. So preload is, if it's adjusted right, when I sit on the bike will sag just the right amount, and that's supposed to be set up. So that, I'm going to leave that alone. Compression is how quickly or how much the shock goes up for a given amount of effort, and that's adjusted with this knob here. It turns backwards and forwards. So I took this bike on a 100-mile what I call rough road ride yesterday to get that kind of set, and I started with the number 2 for soft preload, and it was really good. It had a pretty good ride. Went to one of the roughest roads I know around here. Had a pretty good experience. Got 50 miles out. I went from number 2 to number 7, chose that number arbitrarily. Rode home on the same road, beat the snot out of me. Got home and I popped this down from 7 to 4 now. So it was on 2, it worked fine. It worked pretty darn good actually. I went up to 7, that was too rough, and now I jacked it down to 4. Back down to 4. So I'm a little stiffer than I started out with yesterday, but not as stiff as on the way home. And what we're going to do is, why am I doing that? If 2 is good, why am I doing that? Well, I just want to see what the difference is. And I want to see if it does work better at those, you know, this is a new experience for me. So anyway, today we're going to take it about, I'm going to try to do 200 or 300 miles. I'm going to try to ride the road that I rode yesterday with this set of number 4. I'm going to go out, you know, that 50 miles, and I'm going to go another 50 miles after that. I'm going to go 100 miles total, and then I'm going to make an adjustment. And then I'm going to go another 100 miles, I'm going to make another adjustment. And then I'm going to head home, and then I'll have a conclusion at that point. And we'll see what we get. So far, number 1, so far I like it. I'm really impressed with it. And that leads to the question, if it's good on the back, do I need to do something with the front? Well, we'll talk about that later. Hey, we have made it all the way to Baxter Cycle in the mighty mini-tropolis of Marnie. The shocks. Well, there they are. I've gone about 105 miles since the house, since the Fuzzy Garage this morning, and took the beat up road, the old rough road that we took yesterday. Took that again. It was still rough. I'll talk about that in a minute, but I'm going to back it up to 3. So now that one's on 3, and this one, which is on 4 right now. Okay, now it's on 3. So the reason I backed off to 3, on 4, it did really pretty good on smooth roads and at higher speeds. It did okay on average kind of roads. When I hit bridges or where pavement changes were, I could feel it, you know, I could feel the stiffness. When I hit the rough roads, those rough roads that I was talking about earlier, it beat me up pretty good. It could have been better. On 2, it was pretty good. It was a lot more compliant. It still beat me up, but not as bad. So I'm going to try 3, and what I'm hoping for is, you know, a little softer ride on the main roads, the regular roads, a little better ride on the rough roads, but back to the main roads, a little softer ride on the main roads. So the bike is made for doing a lot of miles, and you know, my goal with this bike is 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 mile days. So I think a little softer ride, a little less feel, and I'm okay with that. I think that's where I'm going to try to be at, and I'm hoping 3 will do it. Now, the odd thing is, we may end up back on 2. I want to see how 3 does today, the rest of the day. I've got 100, like I said, 110 miles on this already today. I'm going to try to go another 100, maybe 200 yet today, and see how that works out. So I will catch up with you all in about 100 miles. Wahoo! Hey, we have made it back to the Fuzzy Biker Garage. There's the old hot rod just ticking away. Can you hear it? So I've got these gorgeous rear shocks on the back. Let's take these bags off. This bag anyway. Look how easy that comes off. GV bag. Today I switched down to, I did 100 miles, over 100 miles earlier, and I put it to level 3 on soft, level 3 soft. And I got to tell you, this thing is just a dream. I think I've found the spot. So we've done rough road, we've done loads Iowa blacktop, I just got done with 130 miles, but I was going to do 200, but through the second 100, there's no change to be made. But it's worked great, just great. A couple things to point out about this. On the way home, there's a town that I go through. I've taken this road 100 times, 1,000 times, and there's a long downhill. It was concrete. They covered it with asphalt, and it's got these expansion joints, ka-thunk, ka-thunk, ka-thunk. And with the old shocks, I would have to hold myself up on the seat. And how do you do that on a bike like this? Where you put one foot back here on this side, one foot on the front, on the other side, and you hold yourself up. Anyway, with these shocks, it was so much more bearable. They were still there. You still felt it, but it was so much more bearable. It wasn't, you know, I didn't have to hold myself up. Bridges, pavement changes, things like that. Just a snap. So impressed with that. So comfort-wise, which is the #1 goal of these shocks, absolutely pleased. Next thing would be there's a ridge road. It's about 13 miles total. About 11 miles of that is really curvy, and I've ridden that 1,000 times on 100 motorcycles. Probably have literally in 40 years had over 100 motorcycles on that road, and I took this on there. Big, you know, it's a really windy day out here. Well, you can barely see the trees moving. Anyway, so the ridge road, you're in the wind, you know, it's a real fight, and the handling is so much better now. This is a real surprise. I guess I should have expected it, but these shocks have really improved the handling. Now that they're tuned in to this level, the handling was superb. That's the big shock. That's really the big shock about the shocks, pun intended. So very impressed with that. Very impressed with these. Tomorrow is another test. Tomorrow I've got it's 225 miles each direction. It's all going to be interstate. I think I'm going to take interstate both ways, actually. I was going to take another road in one way, but because I'm going to take it both ways, because we're supposed to have, this is east and west, so 225 miles east, 225 miles west. We're supposed to have a 25-mile-an-hour south wind. So the whole day. So I'll be leaning one way, leaning one way going one direction, leaning the other way going the other. So wear one side off my tires, well, you get it. But anyway, so that'll be a test of how this setting, how these shocks do on the interstate, which is where I am thinking this bike is going to eat up a lot of miles this summer. The goal of this bike is 600-700 mile days, 500-700 mile days. And the shocks are really, I think that's going to be a big add. And anyway, so we're going to find out if this setting will work good for that tomorrow, the way I've got them set up. Other thing to point out real quick or talk about, this is kind of a, this motorcycle, I've always thought, the back suspension was traditional motorcycle suspension. The front suspension was okay. And the front suspension is pretty darn good. Well, now I've got this all tuned in. I can feel the shortcomings of the front suspension. And I don't know what there is to do about that, but I am going to talk to the dealership about that because, I put money into this, and if this gives me that much benefit, then will putting, a similar amount of cash into the front end, will that do me as much good? Why is that so important? Well, if I put 30,000 miles on this bike this year and 30,000 next year or whatever, it's worth the extra, if it saves me 10% of fatigue, it's worth doing. And I'm a rambling man today, my friends, so I'm going to let you all go. Hey, life is good. Life is good. You're interested in a motorcycle like this, a brand new or used Royal Enfield Triumph, classic British bike of any type. Need shocks, doodads, accessories, gizmos, thingamajigs, sweet googly woogly. Baxter Cycle, they've got it all. Baxter Cycle in Marnie, Iowa. Or go to baxtercycle.com. Tell them Fuzzy Biker sent you. It's a beautiful day out there. If you can ride, get out there and ride. I have just finished my ride. Life is good, my friends. Wahoo.